Chase Tree and Tractor Service with 25 years of experience in tree removal. Serving the Midcoast of Maine, licensed and insured Maine arborist, whether it's a pesky blowdown or a hard-to-get tree that needs removal. When you need an experienced professional, Jake Chase is the man for the job. Call 207-242-8961 or email him at chasetreeandtractorservice.jc@gmail.com.
LCTV is your nonprofit community media station. Please donate at lctv.org to keep us strong. Thank you.
One, two, three, four! Well, I've been holding in since the clock came Monday morning. From the end of the week, I'm bound to blow. Breeze walking to the honky-tonk like a pack of wolves now. Order up around the stripes and it's away we go.
Hey everybody, it's Wuzzup time. We're back in the fold. We got the whole team here, Bobby. You're back from your gallivanting round. Final four.
Back in the saddle again. I tell you, 31 years ago into this, I can't wait for next year.
Yeah, who won?
Well, the University of Denver won the national championship. They beat Boston College. It was an unbelievable game. I tell you, I think the highlight of the game was they say, people that are in the circles there, that the greatest save in the history of college hockey happened during that game. There was Denver was winning 2-0. There was about 5.5 minutes left in the game, and BC was all over them, just pummeling the goalie with shots. A guy had a shot in front of the goal, a BC guy, took a shot, the goalie saved it. The rebound came out to another guy on the other side of the net. He took a shot, and the rebound came back to this guy, and rather than just shoot it, he looked over, and here was his buddy on the other side of the net. He passed it over, and here was a whole open net, and he goes to shoot it in, and all of a sudden the goalie comes diving across the goal, and it goes right in his glove. And every 18,000 people were absolutely speechless. They couldn't believe it. So anyway, that would have changed the whole outlook of the game.
The whole tempo of the game,
yeah. I mean, it would have been 2-1 with 5 minutes left.
Sure.
And it was great.
2-0 final score?
I think it was 3-0. So anyway.
St. Paul, was that your first trip out there?
No, it's my fourth.
Fourth time you've been.
Yeah, I'm almost the mayor of St. Paul.
You're on first name basis.
Anyway, but I took my friend Eric Martin. I'll forward this video to him. The deal with that was the last time I was in St. Paul, we were on the airplane, and Eric said, "I got to tell you something. Don't you ever invite anybody else to St. Paul except for me." So I called him up, and we went again. And it was just as much fun. It's always fun. It's a hockey fanatic's paradise, is what it is.
Yeah.
And,
well, you're in your absence, Bobby. We went to the Lincoln Academy Job Fair.
I saw it, Larry.
And we just had a ton of fun up there.
It was great.
Yeah, and we've got a couple of potential high school kids.
That one kid, you couldn't get him out of the chair.
Toby Clarkson. He could have had my job. He was great at it. And, and we've got a couple of high school kids that have come to us about jobs for the summer, internships. So we're really excited about that. And it's spring sports season too, Bobby. We've started our baseball, baseball and softball program. Right. Tomorrow night we've got Madomic Valley, first game, home game of the season, regular season for the girls softball. Monday night we got boys at Lincoln baseball. Yeah. So.
And lacrosse has got a good team.
Yeah, and we were going to do some lacrosse games, but the coach got hold of me, and then he never got back to me. So I don't know what happened there. Bobby, not much in the paper outside the front page this week, I didn't think.
Well, they got a strange turn of events up there in the Dresden-Woolwich area. They had 4 arsons of 4 different properties.
We talked off camera. There's more to this story than I think what we're reading here.
And it was vacant properties. Nobody lived there, which is good.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely.
The character of the county this week is Liz Pafferty. She's She was Dave Spence used to like filming her. He did a few shows with her.
He did a bunch of shows there with Lynn. And we still run them now and then.
Yeah, sure they do. And she's got a business called Neighborhood Clay. I've actually sent a few people up there. She does ceramics classes up there. It's really doing pottery. Yeah.
So up there in Cooper's Mills, I know this is dear to your heart up there, the substance abuse facility.
This is
what are they afraid of?
Not in my backyard thing. I mean, this is an old nursing home. Pretty much.
That is now closed.
It's pretty much, the intended use is pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's like almost like a turnkey thing.
I think people think there's going to be a bunch of addicts standing in front of the building, looking to cop dope, smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
That's not happening, my friends.
No.
Those people are going to be monitored. Most of the, 90% of them in there want to get well.
24-hour security?
Yeah. I mean, not in my backyard is one thing, but this is, I think they're, I think it'll go through. I do.
It certainly is needed, Bobby.
Yep.
Good Lord.
Yep.
I mean, there's not a week go by that we don't hear or see of somebody overdosing or some young person or whoever.
All these school budgets are all, they're all, of course, all the budgets are going up, and they're
going up
approving it.
substantially.
Yes, they are.
Now, there's a question I got here. Great Salt Bay is going to bring in a couple of kindergarten. They're going to do a couple of
pre-kindergarten.
Pre-kindergarten, which I don't disagree with it. There's probably some need there, but what guidelines are they following? Are they following a Head Start program, or what programs are they following there?
Yeah, I don't know if they're just going with their own format, or
I don't know
how they're going to do that, but. Yeah, they say that if you can get a pre-K program, it benefits the school in the long run because the kids are more adaptable to K through 8. But well, it's between.
Well, Bobby, you and I went to school. They didn't have pre-K.
No,
you went first grade, and that was it.
Yeah, between special ed and this pre-K thing, this Great Salt Bay School budget is. Gone up.
15% increase is a lot of money.
Yeah.
When you're talking a $5 or $6 million budget anyway. I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer, but how many times can Waldoboro's gone up crazy, Nobleboro's gone up crazy. These $1 million increases in 1 year are just going to be tough to swallow, and I seriously wonder how long the towns can do it for without something else. Something's got to give.
$37.5 million for RSU 40.
Yeah, and that's 5 towns.
Yeah.
That's not one town. That's 5 towns.
Yeah.
In the Damariscotta is Newcastle, Bremen, and Damariscotta.
Yeah.
For that, but still a lot of money.
Jefferson's they got $100,000 they're gonna put into a long-term maintenance fund. These schools need maintenance. That's one way to go, is to create a fund, I guess. I don't know. Had a crash up there in Waldoboro.
Well, a dump truck rolled up on the side. It didn't say whose it was, though.
Yes, it did.
Did it?
Well, Ryan Anderson was the guy's name. I think it was
Performance Paving.
Yeah,
that's whose truck it was.
Excavation company. He's all right. It's good.
Guess he had a medical situation.
Yeah, I see Brian Collmore I thought he was retired.
No, he's police officer in Waldoboro now.
Yeah, right.
I saw Brian a lot this winter at the basketball games at high school and stuff. Yeah.
He's a basketball guy?
Well, he was up there doing duty for they always have an officer on duty up there for the games.
Yep. Calvin Dodge's son, Robert, he's a 37-year member of the Alner Anchor Lodge number 43 in Damariscotta. And he was honored as a by the Grand Masonic Lodge in Connecticut, and so like father, like son.
Yeah.
Calvin was a Mason still a Mason.
Still a Mason. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. And tip of the cap to Gabe Hager. What a nice honor, huh?
Yeah.
I'm so happy for his mom and dad.
Principal's Award. I mean, that's as high as you can get up at Lincoln.
Yeah.
But anyway.
That was a pretty cool story where, he jumped down off the truck and introduced himself as, basically a 13, 14-year-old kid.
And he does a heck of an interview, as we saw.
As we saw.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
We just had a lot of fun.
Over there at the old Weatherbird, it's called the Beal House now. They're going to give a portion of their wine sales to Coastal Rivers Conservation Trust.
Yeah.
Nice picture of Stephen Hufnagel and the Sarah Levangie. Anyway, I've been in there. She's done a nice job rearranging. Yeah, looks good. Looks very good.
Boy, tip of the cap, Jamie Gentner. What a great picture he got there, huh?
Jamie, you got something to do outside of fixing lawnmowers.
Yeah, he sure does.
Stepped outside. But the cool thing is, it had just rained, and the hot top was
all wet. It looks like flooded, doesn't it?
It looks like. I'm saying, yeah, when I first saw that, I said, geez, it's getting flooded over in there?
Yeah.
So
it just rained in the rainbow.
Just reflection.
On the southern sky. Yeah.
Very nice shot, Jamie.
Jamie was all over that one. And he probably took it with his cell phone.
Yeah, I'm sure. So
Wiscasset kids, they're all over the... Did you go to the eclipse, Bobby?
I just went over to Mikey and Paula's house.
Yeah,
across
did you?
the street.
Yeah. Did it get darker for the mills?
Yeah. I mean,
a little bit. Clouded out.
Yeah, it was like 90%.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Now, let's go. Next page. Next page. Walboro, they've got some contests going on.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally. Most of the elections around here, folks, are all uncontested.
Yeah, nobody wants to do it. That's why.
So, anyway, we got a few people running for a few different positions.
Yeah.
Select board, number one. Good.
Yeah, just even up in the RS-12, up in that Whitefield area, $27 million school budgets. Wow. That just blows my mind how much money it takes to keep these schools open.
Yeah, no, if you had a disaster during these floods and these nor'easters that we've recently had, you can apply to FEMA, and you can get some money for fixing.
I'll tell you a quick story, Bobby. My buddy lives down in Kennebunkport,
Yep.
right on the down by the marsh there, and they got flooded badly. And so he applied to this FEMA thing, and they came, and they looked at his building all over, his house all over, had extensive damage in his basement, which is a finished-off basement. And they left saying, well, you're probably not going to qualify for anything like this. So he said, well, what was that? 2 hours they spent asking him all these questions. Like 2 weeks later, he went to his mailbox for a check for $3,500 from FEMA. He was like, what the heck?
With serious damage, that's not going to do much.
No, no.
Yeah, St. Philip's has got their 70th Strawberry Festival, June 29th. And they're looking for crafters. So if you're a crafty person, you might
70th. Wow.
Yeah.
That started in 1950.
It started the year I was born.
Yeah.
1954.
54, yeah.
Yep. So the...
I can say I've been around longer than that Strawberry Festival, Bobby, but
you
not
go.
by much.
Yeah. Medina Valley High School, they got a thing going on called the Empty Bowl
Yeah, they've been
Supper.
doing that 20 years, 22 years, and I didn't know
2nd.
anything about it.
Yeah. So anyway, that's going to be May 2nd, 5:30 to 6:30. Jeez, they don't give you much time to eat.
Yeah.
Wiscasset's got some contested elections as well. That's good to see. And they got the Elmer Tar cleanup, roadside cleanup.
I remember Elmer Tar.
They got Earth Day cleanup scheduled in Bristol and Damariscotta, and I believe the Elmer Tar cleanup coincides with the Earth Day cleanup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
The Women's Club, they've got scholarships available over in Waldoboro, the Waldoboro Women's Club.
Yeah, we got a
$1,500 they've got scholarships available.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we got a correction here. There was a 9-hour fire levels Jefferson Home, and the fire actually occurred at 1400 South Clary Road. So we want to make sure that everybody realizes that.
That little mistake.
Yeah.
The editorial page, getting into a little bit of that election.
Little bit.
A little bit coming around there, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah.
Nigel Calder writes a nice.
He did write nice.
He's a good writer.
He is.
Nigel is.
I didn't realize Nigel was as old as he is.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. 76.
Yeah.
Boy, he's pretty spry.
Yeah. How about this snow fleas? You ever heard of snow fleas?
I have not.
Yeah. Well, Arlene Cole wrote this.
I'd like to know how she got a picture of that thing.
Well, when did she write this? Is this?
It's an enlarged photo of a snow flea. She probably got it somewhere, courtesy photo, so somebody else had it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Bunch of poets up at the Center for Teaching and Learning. It's about 11 or 12 of them. It cleaned up, all kinds of awards up there.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to turn that page on that.
Got some twins here.
Geez, the newspaper's got a couple of bunch of birth announcements there. Yeah.
Half a dozen births.
there was a bunch
paper.
being born, and we lost a bunch of people.
Yeah.
You know, some of you people in the obituaries this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lord taketh and the
Lord giveth. Yeah.
So, anyway, George Dow's old article from '79, talking about the monument up there across from Palmer's store, and
Oh,
it's
yeah, up there on the corner there, yeah.
It's about, and also he writes about Lieutenant Colonel Arthur Noble, that Nobleboro is named after. So we got a Brackett was born. We got a Timberlake was born.
Yeah.
We got a Bailey was born.
There's a set of twins there. Annika Louise Grindle and William Marinus Grindle.
Right.
Marinus Grindle, I guess
All
that's how
right.
you say that. And Marilyn Bean, she pumped out another 3,000 words this week.
Yep.
Condolences to the Hatch family. Richard, I know Richie, he was my next door neighbor.
Yep.
Kid growing up.
Yep.
Good guy.
Friend of mine, Dave Hall, passed away.
And Bobby
83.
Fairfield, almost Cassie.
Yeah.
Remember Fairfield's Diner?
Yeah.
Was you-
I don't, but
you
I
were-
heard about it.
Oh yeah, that was the
Well, you
place for
went
breakfast.
Fairfields, then it was Backstreet.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, that was the place for breakfast. And he
Yeah.
had a place over in Wiscasset for a long time.
then- yeah, condolences to the Hall family. Dave was a good guy.
Yeah. And Gerald Chadwick.
Yep.
Jerry, he was quite a guy. Danny Treisman, they're coming to the Waldo Theater.
Yep. 4/20. So April 20th.
That's this Saturday.
Yes, it is.
This Saturday. I might mention the Boneheads are doing Van Morrison at the Opera House this weekend.
Yeah, Saturday night, right?
Saturday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Volunteers they're looking for docents to be at they'll train you. You could be a docent at the Pembroke Point Lighthouse. And I think they started rebuilding that bell
They
house.
have. They
Yeah.
took the bell out.
Yeah.
And $1 million to rebuild that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another birth here, Isaac Bennett.
Aaron and Robert Bennett of Walpole.
Yep.
You got 6 brothers and sisters. Lincoln Academy lacrosse boys are off to a great start. Picked up a couple of wins.
Yep.
Yeah.
Girls lacrosse, they won their opener. But they did fall to Mount Blue. And anyway, 50 athletes came out to compete for the Madomic Valley track team.
That's good.
That's
great
very
numbers.
good.
That's great numbers.
That's
And we
very-
were over there. We were doing the baseball game when the girls were doing the softball game, and I got the information, and it's not in the newspaper, so I got something the newspaper doesn't have. That girl struck out 18 batters in that softball game. 1 walk. That's impressive.
They play 7 innings?
They played 7 innings. Yeah.
So she struck out 18,
18 out of the 21. Yeah. 22 because
What's her name?
Schumann.
Yeah?
Jenica Schumann.
Jeez, I'll tell you what, that's something else.
Yeah.
We got some pickleball champs over there at the Y.
Yeah.
DJ Kelly, he won the singles title. He beat Mike Blake for the championship. And
How'd Mike let that happen? He's a big tennis player.
yeah.
And maybe not pickleball, but tennis.
Well, that's the migration of
It
the
is.
racket sports
As you get older,
world.
you go to
Oh,
pickleball.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why down in the villages in Florida, that's probably the pickleball capital of the world.
Yeah. Well, the Y is they've just retaped and repainted the floor. They got 3 more pickleball courts in there.
There you go. Well, they know the trend.
Yeah, and that's where the money is. That's where
Yeah.
they bring the tournaments and stuff.
Lincoln Academy, they got a large field of people for track and field as well. This is good news, Larry.
Yeah.
It really is.
It is.
Yeah.
Keep...
April 20th, Wisconsin Speedway is going to be up and running. Folks, if you've never been over there, you got in your lifetime, you got to go over to Wisconsin Raceway. It's once in a lifetime.
Starts this weekend, doesn't it?
Yep. This year, I'm going to go up to Unity.
You are?
Yeah.
That dirt track up there, that's something else.
Yeah. I'm going to
You talk about taking you back to the 50s.
Yeah, I'm going to go up to Unity. Check that out. I'll report back, folks.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So what's going on with this construction project here in Wiscasset? Are they ever going to finish that? I actually went by the other day and saw somebody working there.
They saw one person working?
One person.
Yeah.
One person.
Yeah.
Going to take a long time to put the bricks on that building, one person.
Yep. The townspeople,
not happy.
They got to be losing their patience over that one.
Not happy.
So anyway, nice picture here Paul Roberts took of the flood over in Bremen Road.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, that's a lot of water there. The other thing is a nice McKillis.
I used to live on that road.
Really?
Oh,
McKillis Stone writes an article
Yep.
about Kiev Wavis. I tell you, they have constantly given to food pantries all through. They're always doing it.
Yep.
No matter what the condition of the world is, they're giving out food to the food pantries.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's a thing here going on April 27th. Talk by Mark Holmquist. He's going to talk from the tomb of the unknown soldier.
Hey, here's a lot of kind of a late announcement. Charlie Rose Vadnais. She checked in at November 6th at 9:46. 6 pounds, 13 ounces. A little late on that one.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Over there in Dresden, they've got those gas pumps backed up and hooked up and working.
There's gas in Dresden again.
Yep. So anyway,
And that probably is pretty convenient, inconvenient for people who live around, because you got to go into Richmond to get gas.
Yeah.
Or up to back to Wiscasset. you know?
Yep. Kathy DeBoard reports they'll be up. The big gas pumps are up and running after somebody came in and the car came in, just took out both of them.
Yeah.
So
It was a slippery, snowy day. My wife saw that happen. She went right by. She actually saw the car sitting on top of the gas pumps.
wow.
Yeah.
The girl from the store came out and he said, "I guess we can't fill it up."
Just Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lydia Kraft, she's all over this highway fund, the supplemental budget. Mm-hmm. She's had her work cut out for her there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, who's this Sarah gal? Sarah Rogers. You know her?
Realtor.
Yeah. Realtor? Yeah.
Yep.
Now,
She's a Maine girl.
Who's her husband's landscape business?
I forget. He is.
Don't know him, I guess.
I don't know, but we could. I could use him at my house right now. But anyway, I want to congratulate Annie Pathick. She has now been hired full-time as the Damascotta Region Chamber of Commerce and Information Bureau Executive Director.
She has.
Yep, she's doing a great job. So all the Republicans up there, all the Republicans are going to get together and try to get along, and they're going to
good luck
meet.
there.
They're going to meet April 18th.
Yeah, good luck there.
You want to tell us about another birth announcement there?
Yeah.
Carter Kane Levitt.
Yeah, that was February 17th.
Yep.
Yeah. He came in at 6 pounds, 11.6 ounces, and he's 20 inches long.
Charlie Pingree, she sponsored Giacomo Smith. He's going to be going to Merchant Marine Academy over there. That's going to be in Kings Point, New York. That's not the one in Maine. So what's this Creative Circles?
Well, what's a flowcilitator?
Well, a flowcilitator.
We probably need one of those on Wuzzup, though.
Well, a flowcilitator, I mean, she could be sitting in the middle, but it's not. I mean, we're going to do our own.
It's not like a mediator.
Well, it's not going to do us any good.
No.
We have our own agenda.
We do.
So,
We're
anyway,
beyond help anyway.
Yeah, so anyway, Morgan Mitchell's going to be up there at the Mary Barn, and she's a flowcilitator, and I guess I'm going to say she promotes imaginative talk, so to speak.
Yeah.
Coastal Rivers, they're gonna give a hands-on demonstration of electric lawn equipment. you know, everything's battery powered.
Getting that way.
Anyway,
Getting
very rarely do you see somebody with a cord on an edger.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore. I didn't realize there was a new Keller. Is this a new place in Booth Bay, Keller Williams? Or William Ravis?
William Ravis.
William
Ravis. Well, William Ravis, they have an office in Waldoboro and they have an office in Booth Bay.
Booth Bay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, my friend Larry Barnes works up there for them. Wiscasset guy. Falconer. Larry's a falconer.
No, yes. Yeah. He's the one I bought my property from. That I bought my house.
Yeah.
My house.
Yeah.
Sits on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was putting the sign up one day, and I stopped at the cemetery to visit my parents, and he was putting the sign up. I was like, "Huh, that land's for sale." So I talked to my buddy Lee. I said, "Would you pay that?" And he says, "If you don't buy it, I'm gonna." So then I knew it was. Then I knew it was a good deal.
Yeah.
Andy the Chihuahua,
Yep.
street dog with a twitch.
We got a Westport Island artist. She's featured in Art of the Book Show. Her name is Joelle Weber. Her book is called Milkweed Seed Fairies. Milkweed Seed Fairies. Got an opera house has got a bluegrasser coming, Tony Trishka, and he'll be up there on May 4th. So
I bet that'd probably be good. I'm not much of a bluegrass guy, but I haven't been around it a lot either.
well, I was telling Larry when I got last night. I got
Yeah,
a little,
you went on the road.
A little bit of a late night last night. I went shot down to Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and this place is called Jimmy's Jazz Club, and it's an old YMCA downtown Portsmouth, and this place has been transformed into an unbelievable music venue. Really, in-house
What was the name of the
sound.
band you said you saw?
Dust Bowl Revival.
Dust Bowl Revival.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna have to check it. At Rock and Roll?
I would say rock and soul.
Rock and
Yeah,
Soul, okay.
Yeah. So, anyway, it was fantastic. I called
How
it,
big a band?
there's 7 in the band.
Yeah, Hans and the whole 9 yards?
Yeah. Unbelievable trumpet player, unbelievable trombone player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Good stuff. Veggies table, Healthy Kids Day.
Wow.
That's what I want to talk about here. We're getting down to the nitty gritty, Bobby. At the YMCA this coming Saturday
Yeah.
is Healthy Kids Day.
Right.
Is Lincoln
Right.
YMCA.
A lot of activity, folks.
Oh man, we've got Seth Hager's going to be down there. He's got dump trucks, excavators, bulldozers.
Yeah.
We got the fire departments coming. We've got stock car coming. We got 2 stock car coming, and the pace car. There's going to be tickets to be given away.
Nice. What's the hours of that, Larry?
9 to noon on Saturday morning on the 20th.
Right.
Which that's going to be a ton of fun. We did a show. Dave Spence and I did a show there a couple of years ago.
Yep.
And it was a little cool, but we just had a ton of fun. It was just a lot of fun, and we made a show out of it.
Yep.
This year, Haven's going to be on the camera. Hope Mother Nature holds off with the weather.
Yeah.
You know.
And Veggies to Table will be there.
The veggies table's
Our
going to be
friend
there.
Erica will be down there with a booth, and folks, you get to get in touch.
Bring your
with,
kids. It doesn't cost you anything. Bring your kids and enjoy.
to be in touch with things in this community, which you wouldn't normally even rub shoulders with.
Yeah, no. And then we got one thing we're going to film. We're starting the filming for the 75th anniversary of the Alna Fire Department. We went up yesterday and took some action shots, and the opening is going to be really, really cool.
Yeah.
Stuart and Jeff Whittemore up there, those guys have just been great. Mom's going to sit down with them next week and talk. So that's coming up probably within the month. We'll have that ready to film. A lot of editing and whatnot. So our time's up for this week. I'm Larry Sidelinger. He's the mayor of the Mills, Bobby Whear. We got Haven behind the camera. TV Toby here at my lap, and it's time to say goodnight. Say goodnight. See you next time. Chase Tree and Tractor Service with 25 years of experience in tree removal. Serving the Midcoast of Maine, licensed and insured Maine arborist. Whether it's a pesky blowdown or a hard-to-get tree that needs removal. When you need an experienced professional, Jake Chase is the man for the job. Call 207-242-8961 or email him at chasetreeandtractorservice.jc@gmail.com.